Hello, this is Gray Hughes. For someone like me, this is an exciting moment. There's actually another surveillance camera. Well, it's the same surveillance camera, but another EXE file. Let's put it that way. From August 30th, which is apparently the last motion prior to Kanika going in there. Okay, that's at least what the hotel is saying. Okay, and Lil Lily posted a video link by a guy named Thrilla Media, and he found it. So I went on to Rosemont, and by God, there it is. There's now an 830 folder with just this one video in it. And the reason is because this is outside of the 36 hours they released, but they wanted to put this in there because this was the surveillance footage prior to Kanika walking into the kitchen. Okay, that's what they're claiming. You know, I have no way of proving that that really is the last motion prior. Okay, and there's a couple bothersome thing, or actually just one bothersome thing at the end. However, there's a couple other like glitches where the camera skips like 3 seconds of recording. I think it kind of you know, I don't know what's going on with the camera there, but this is 10 days prior to Kanika going back there, so I'm not really sure what relevance that would even have. But, you know, if somebody could explain. It looks like it's sort of a mechanical error of the camera not recording a little part. I've seen a few other instances of that in the surveillance footage in general, not just this day. Okay, but another amazing thing is this cup right here and this sprayer do not move one bit. You know, despite Straight Drop saying that he saw the manager pick it up. That isn't true, okay? But this cup right here and this spray bottle did not move one bit from 8:30 all the way until 9, 10, 8 a.m., okay? That's what I'm going to be covering. I have 5 still shots, and you'll be able to see. I'll scrub over them quickly, and that does not move even 1 millimeter. It's exactly the same. And it's incredible. I mean, you'd think somebody just would have accidentally picked it up and threw it in the garbage or moved it or got it out of the way. Even all the photographs they took of the watch, the belly button ring, and the wristband, or, you know, I guess it's like a hairband, but it was on her wrist. Even when they took all those pictures right in this area, they didn't even slide this over. It's just still sitting there. It's amazing. The incredible frozen coffee cup. Maybe that should be the name of the video. It's amazing. But, you know, this guy's walking around. Now, imagine him walking around like that. See how it froze right there? Now, look at it. It was 52, and then 56, he's over here. So something happened with the camera right there, okay? But, again, this is 10 days prior, so you can't assign anything nefarious right there, okay? But if you look at the way he was walking back there, had he done that on the 9th, oh, my God, look how suspicious that is. Oh, look at it. He's looking around. He's setting something up, okay? See, that's how our minds work, you know. People assign meaning to every single action. Okay, so right there he pulled out his flashlight. Looks like he's checking the pipes. Maybe he's making sure there's no gas leaks, something like that. Now here's another moment where it froze for a second, and then he shows up. It's only 1 second freeze, and he walks off. And I don't have the answer as to why it does that, okay? All right, so here he is. He's coming in with a bucket, and that was the motion sensor. But notice how it doesn't keep setting off motion when he's behind there. I think these shelves here are keeping his motion from being detected. Looked like it did a nice skip right there. Let's see. So 13:04:11. Oh yeah, and then it skipped all the way until, let me hit play here. Yes, 13:07. So for 2.5 minutes. That slight movement down there did not set off the motion sensor. See, that's still not setting it off. Right there it did. He stood up just high enough and moved quick enough where it set off the motion sensor. So being behind here causes hides his movement a little bit. Now, when I say hides, I'm not saying it's an intentional act. I'm saying that these shelves seem to block motion. Now, right here is another one of those freezing moments. Then he shows up about 5 seconds later right there. Okay. But it's always exciting to get new footage. Alright, so now this is 1:10 in the afternoon, and he goes back there again. Looks like he has a towel this time. And okay, now this is the part that bothers me, is the footage ends right here. Okay, this is it. Okay, now you'd think when he left, maybe when he walked by right there, he set off the motion sensors. But it's also possible he didn't, because I've seen in some of these other ones, when he's walking by, like, it looks like right there it actually skipped. Let's see. Looks like it didn't detect him even walking by right there. Okay, so let's check this out. Let's use the 10-second buffer. So he's walking right there, and let's say the previous buffer runs out. So let's go back. Where's the previous red light? Let's see if it makes sense. It's got to be 7. Okay, right there. So 22. Was that 23? Let's just see when the last red goes off. So we're right in this area. Let's see if it goes off again. Okay, so at 13:07:22. So at 32, if there's no other red box, the motion sensor would turn off. Okay, so it does go again at 20. Okay, 23. So that means at 33. 30. It might be 32 or 33. So look at the timer. It's clicking. 30, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, yep. So 32, 33. Now right here, it's frozen on that frame, and it kept that still frame there. And then look at this. It didn't pick his motion up in this area, because now let's go to the next motion sensor, which I'm going to guess is around 47. 45. So it's 45 right there. Okay, so that's why the footage ends about right there. So I'm going to go back to 41, 40, 8, 37, 36. Yep, right there. So you don't see the red box, but that's exactly 9 seconds prior to the 45 here. So it didn't look like it actually picked up his motion right there. And you've seen in other surveillance, even when I think when the maintenance guy was in there, and has about this much showing, it doesn't set off the motion. It's only when he gets out in here. But I saw on part of this footage where I think early on when he walked by, like, see, even right there he's not being picked up yet. Okay, and he does get picked up right there. Okay, but it's not solid. It's not having an easy time picking him up, because he's further away, and it's up here. And let's see. All right, but it does bug me that you see him right here, and that's it. That's actually the last shot. But you'd think when he walked out, he would set off motion and there'd be another motion. But you can also see in some of those earlier clips in this same file here that, or earlier motions is what I meant, in this same file, that this part isn't being picked up. So it's possible he got up, walked out, and it never set off the motion sensor. He just walked along this wall and then left, and it never set off the motion sensor. Okay, but still strange. You kind of want to have everything make sense every second of every video, but sometimes technology doesn't work perfectly. All right. Now let's go over this coffee cup here and the sprayer. All right. So I took this image from the new footage. All right. So this is on August 30th at 1:03. Then when Kanika came in on September 9th, so almost 10 days later, There's the coffee cup and the sprayer again. And I did one again when the assistant food and beverage manager came in at on the 10th at 12:24. This is when he finds Kanika. Then this is on the 10th at 5:11 in the morning, so about 5 hours after the manager walked by, 4 hours 45 minutes. And the coffee cup and the sprayer are right there. And this is after they had wheeled Kanika's body out of the kitchen. Okay, so 5:11. Then at 8 the same morning, so 3 hours later, this is the last shot in the kitchen. There is one more at 2:24, or I think 2:24, if that's right. But there's no motion on it. That was because it was outside the 36-hour range that they were providing. Okay. So I have 5 different frames from 5 different times, and there's the coffee cup and the sprayer. Now watch this. I'm going to scrub it through, and you can actually see that it doesn't move even the slightest. You see that? The coffee cup and that sprayer do not move at all. Like, literally, it doesn't move even a millimeter. Okay, now the things that have changed in here, this thing was slid a little bit. The officers were standing here. I would imagine I could actually find that being moved if I wanted to. And this fuse box here was also opened up. I saw that on surveillance. And it looks like this piece of paper here came out a little bit. But I don't really see much more movement. Basically just 3 things. Yeah. But man, the mysterious, never moving coffee cup. And see, this might be why they never dusted the coffee cup. Because this is from August. That coffee cup was there on August 30th. Okay, so we go back to here, and you see that? August 30th, and that coffee cup is there. So why would they dust that coffee cup? It hasn't moved. All right? Okay, well, I thought I'd put this out there. It's pretty cool, you know, new footage. At least we have something new. And I checked the other 2 folders. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier, but there was no new files added to the other surveillance folders. I think I said 2 folders. There's actually 3. There's one on the September 8th, 9th, and 10th, and there's no new video files added to those. But this is a whole new folder called 8/30/17, and there's just this one file in it of the upper kitchen. Okay, so I hope that's interesting to everybody, and until next time, be well.